Welcome, it's a Wall Street Station channel. It's 8 a.m. ET time. Actually, we are a bit late, but no worries. This transmission will be recorded and saved right after on YouTube platform. So if you have missed it or you didn't catch up, no worries. You may watch it all your night looped. So, all right. So what today's topic is. Bitcoin has been rejected during consolidation, so we will talk about mostly about that thing. Today it's a kind of a introductive episode to crypto analysis, and we'll go through a plethora of different gauges and indicators that will help us take better investment approach upon a way. So I'm very glad you decided to pop in. I can't wait for the journey together for today's episode. That will be lots of stuff that is worth to know about. So let's talk about at first the thing of this presentation today. I won't make many slides. I will just jump through the charts and graphs. So I didn't made many of those these animations that will normally pop up. So we'll focus mainly on this digital assets class as in order to catch up with that sector after yesterday's global outlook on economy. So let's jump through the first one. I think so everyone is waiting for these ETFs on Bitcoin, spot ETFs. So that will be the possible catalyst for growth of Bitcoin in the future. Right now there is still an application, the application for these ETFs to get approved. So we still have many yet to go through. There is a 240 days window before eventually accepting this or rejecting. So we have still about 9 months of uncertainty for the markets. But when the news are very good in the future, and this news haven't yet has played out and didn't haven't been discounted yet, it means that there is a high chance the market will play for the outlook to play out. So what I mean is that for this next 9 months up to this halving of Bitcoin, so I mean the decreasing of supply in Bitcoin tokens by half, the supply will be halved right there. By then we'll have a kind of a narration of uncertainty, but also awareness for something positive for the market to happen. That's why I do expect that it will have a positive reverberance and that may push the valuation of Bitcoin even higher by that date. And right after, when this ETFs hit, possibly next year, we'll have another rally that will be just coincided with that one. That uncertainty has gone, and another hopes of Bitcoin as being the digital gold will arise. So we right now are going through the application on Bitcoin ETF, and SEC is about to give its few cents on the case right now. There is many other companies that also are trying to catch up with their applications, but the BlackRock as the the most prominent entity right there will be the one that may be playing the first fiddle on that case. So right now Bitcoin is going through a difficult times. We are consolidating before something will rush and move right forward. So if we just look through our current position, we are at $30,000, and on a weekly chart it means that we are currently consolidating between this range of 29.5 and 31,000. So there is a very important psychological threshold, the one that we cannot really go through right now, and is stopping us from going right to another important level of 37,000. But what I do find for you is that whenever we are analyzing the asset classes technically, we need to just watch the RSI. The RSI is the relative strength index, and when it's rising, when it's over 50ish, that means that we are in a bull trend normally. But this time we are right now just have hit this 50 threshold. So it means there is a battle for Bitcoin's price to survive over this level. And right now, if we just look at the weekly interval, so it means the higher one, we are right now forming a kind of a consolidation with the accumulation right with that plateauing line right there. So after consolidation, when we are just maintaining the same level right there, it means that we are more likely to go higher than to fall down. So Bitcoin to USDT on RSI also. If we just look at the RSI right here, if we would have a distribution phase of this price range, and that might be following by a drop right from there, we would have another type of building RSI, relative strength index, and we'll have just let me find out the tool. So we will have something like that. So after very strong impulse, we will have a stronger fight right at the higher level on RSI. Right here we have just went down very steeply, but within a line. We are just finding ourselves within a line, the one that's pointing a consolidation before the breakout. If we would have another type of market behavior, it means that distribution and not accumulation. We'll have let me find another one. We'll have once again, let me raise this, we'll have something like this, then this, and going right downwards. But we have went down so quickly, so it couldn't manage to let me just to test on RSI chart this threshold much more times. So that's a kind of a consolidation before the breakout, even though it takes time, as normally on the market you have a situation where those traders are being killed by the either valuation and the volatility, or the volatility itself. So the traders have been killed by the volatility all the time. Right now it's both, because volatility has destroyed the trader, and we are right now awaiting for another move for Bitcoin to take. However, after kind of a little sell-off within the range, we're still in a very heavy condition of this flag, and the possible next target for the flag is one of the extension of the right that has been right there formed. So it means we are right now knocking at this 36 that may get us even to 37. So that's another stop for Bitcoin, the one that is possibly imminent. But for this one to confirm and validate, we need to look through the fundamental data because it's technical is not enough. So for fundamentals, let's go through the positions at first among investors. It's a bar chart, the CAM, and right here you have a contracts for Bitcoin, and we can find that the small speculators after this calamity on Bitcoin chart are just returning after this drawdown, and this what happens right here. Can we just open up? Maybe I will try to increase it. Yes, so we have right here the elements that what we can find, the small speculators with blue line that are right now trying to overtake the amount of open positions right back during March. So the I would say the kind of a confirmation out of the price is also supported by this herd right now flocking the market. Yes, I do know that usually in investments it's much more desirable to don't follow the crowd, but the crowd in a very early stage of a trend building is very useful in order to push the price higher. Right now also the non-commercials have lost its percentage chunk in a Bitcoin's chart. That's why we still need to catch up out of this non-commercials as non-commercials and managed money coming up right back, as will come up right back. But for this to happen, we need regulation on the crypto side. So that's the most important element for first in terms of positioning. But right now let's get to fundamentals, other fundamentals, and right here you have a Ethereum. Sorry, maybe I will just start with Bitcoin before we jump to Ethereum. So I will just refresh it in order to update it. So so right here you can find there is the indicator that is called exchange reserve on all exchanges, and exchanges right now are showing the lowering amount of Bitcoins, and after this latest rise, it means that more and more money are just being flown out of exchanges, centralized entities to wallets. So it's a positive omen for the Bitcoin after this period of distribution, when the Bitcoin had to prove itself that there is a eventuality of those bulls turning once again to this investment. it literally many of investors haven't or have expected of having the Bitcoin's price to drop even lower, and they distributed even though the price was rising. Right now, let's get to miner outflows, and the miner outflows is the one of the factor that is affecting the lowering price on Bitcoin. Back then, during this trough in March, many miners were evacuating itself, and right now we can find a stable flow, even though we've seen a latest tumble during this consolidation. We don't find it as being treated as a bearish sign for miners that are usually smart money, as they have the greatest fundamental knowledge on the topics, and they don't know possibly when there is a highly overvalued market by just studying the energy and hash rate elements that normal other users typically don't do it. On all exchanges right now, Bitcoin exchange reserve is rising, so it's in the contrary to what we've just observed. Oh, so we started this one. Right, so exchange reserves right here. So I'm just moving. Yes, so we went through it. Right now, let's get to estimated leverage ratio. So with this rising price right here, we can find there is a smart money that don't really speculate too much, and it's more healthy, and is also securing the market asset from a flash crashes. Flash crashes are the phenomena where we have a major slide on the price. And right here with this estimated leverage ratio, also we can find that many of those leverages that were shorting Bitcoin right there were destroyed. So that's also having an impact on the health of the market. Right here you can find that taker by volume right now is pretty decent. On taker, that was a high concentration back during this rise on the first half of March, but let me just jump through it. So back in also during this second half of June, this market need to just take a breathe in, otherwise it wouldn't have the power to move higher. So right now, after normalization of taker by volume, it means that there is more smart money that are just awaiting for the backs to move. Right after, let's get to net unrealized profit loss. So it means we can right here verify how many positions right now are at loss, and they are more prone to sell. So right here, the most of the investors were at loss, and right now we are entering the neutral positioning. So that's where the normalization for the market is entering. So that's also something that we may find as a boding well sign for the market. For MVRV, it's the ratio of coins market cap to its realized cap. So it symbolizes for us how fast the coins are moving, whether there is a quick bucks type of investors to take that are normally the ominous sign for the market. But right now we can find that MVRV strictly follows the price, so the market is absolutely in a good shape right here. Pool multiple, that's also something that giving us a chance to find out whether the market is right now not overbought or oversold, and right now, as we just escaped out of this negative territory back in the beginning of January, we are right now trying to build out another type of wave for pure multiple. When looking at the history of this phenomenon, just we can find that there is a great time to have an interest in Bitcoin. We still are very neutral in terms of this gauge, and we can still have an opportunity to get lifted up. In terms of other elements, that's open interest on Bitcoin. Also, we are rising with the trend, so there is more and more capital flowing in and waiting for more advantages for the branch regulations. If you enjoy our content, just subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. There will be very I would say down the rabbit hole content upon, as I said, crypto, commodities, indexes, and so on. Also the stocks, of course. Ethereum open interest. Also, it's following the price, but right now the interest in this asset class is a bit lower. So right now the Bitcoin is the one within the higher interest, but it means that might be a chance for those that are waiting for better returns when this surprise gauge, positive surprise gauge, is and will be higher. We will have a larger ROI, larger return on investment relating to Bitcoin. That already is, I would say, the one where the funds are flowing mostly. So if you are waiting for something bigger on the market with higher volatility, of course, that's Ethereum, the one to have your interest at. Right after, that's the one of the last indicators, but we are right after we'll jump to sentiment on crypto. Exchange reserve of Ethereum, that's also symbolizing that we are right now running away out of the centralized entities, and it's also having a positive influence on the health of the market. As the one of the most important also indicators, as we do know that Bitcoin's market is mainly driven by fear and greed. Right here you have a greed that's just at 56 points. So during an uptrend, it's normally a great time to take an advantage of it. Yesterday it was neutral, but last week it was higher greed, and we are right now just oscillating within this 50 points. So during correction with an uptrend, this greed falling to 50 points, it's absolutely great. Great chance to have your chunk have a Bitcoin in your some percentage point of portfolio. So we are still remaining at this 50 points level on a 1 year scale. We are right now nowhere here from overvaluation, and another impulse might be imminent. Whereas we need to be somewhat cautious, as fear and greed index on a macro scale. It means when applying to major indexes from US, is at 82 points, so it means that the stocks might be getting to overvalued territory where this correction might be imminent. That's something also that what we are awaiting as we have our portfolio to catch up with another type of asset classes. So I would say for Bitcoin USDT, there is nothing of concern. Yes, we have get rejected out of this higher upper band of consolidation, and many of bulls were possibly trapped. But right now we are still within this range that right now are privileging us to grow within next few trading sessions. So if you have any questions, just put it in a comment section below the video. And as always, if you just wondering where you may find us, you just will get every single link to our transmission back in the description. So thank you, have a great and outstanding afternoon, and